Alright, we're supposed to figure out if these are linear, quadratic, exponential, or neither. What is linear? Linear has the form y equals mx plus b. What's the big idea for linear? The x is to the first power and y is to the first power. So let's locate all of those that have an x and a y in it. This one does. But this is an exponent. These are bases. What does bases mean? They're kind of like bigger ones. Okay, I see this one, but that's a power of 2. This one has an x and a y. So choice C would be linear. I'll just put an L for linear. This one doesn't have a y in it. This one does have an x and a y, but this has a weird symbol, which we'll talk about in a second. Quadratic has the form of y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And of course, the letters a, b, and c's are numbers when you're looking below. But the big idea for quadratics is it has an exponent that is what? 2. So let's go ahead and look. No, x isn't 2. There's an x to the 2. This one says 2 times x, but not an x squared, so not this one, and not this one. So that would be choice B. B is quadratic. Exponential, what's different is that it has a, usually has a number here. Everyone say number? As a base, and then you have like some kind of exponent. So the formula, which is not kind of confusing, a b to the x power, usually something like that. Or in class we've been using something like gn equals g1 times r to the n minus 1. So the big idea is that you have a number here as your base, and a lot of times here then you have a, how do I write that? A letter up here. Letter, that's right, letter. Okay, so that's how you know it's exponential, by just looking at the equation. For example, in A, you have a number and then a letter, so this one is exponential. E for exponential. This one too has a number as its base. You have a letter up there, so this would be exponential. Whoops. E. That's an E. Alright, this one here, although it has an x and a y to the first power, you have these symbols, and this symbol is going to look like a absolute value, and it's shifted over to the left, but this is what it looks like. Raise your hand if you've seen that before. Seen it? Yeah? Okay. So that is a neither. It's a neither because it's not linear, it's not quadratic, and it's not exponential. That's why it's neither. So 5 examples of identifying the function families.